playing Grand Champ? How the heck did I get here? Can you show me?
Alright, so how did I manage to get GC? Well, first things first, I won 11 out of 14 games. Let me show you. So, recorded all of them, even the losses. So, how was I able to win 11 out of 14 games in Champ 3? And the answer is one simple question. Yes, one question is the answer. What would a bot do? What would a bot do? In every single situation, that's what you have to ask yourself. And you have to answer that in a split second, okay? So yeah, let's dive into how a bot would think in certain situations. Alright, so we're going to go over some replays here. Obviously from the replays that got me to Grand Champ. And the first topic I wanted to touch on is go for demos. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to show you this one clip. I thought it was pretty funny of me getting a demo. Started off, you know, I was thinking I was going for the ball, but turned out I was going for the demo. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is don't get faked. You gotta have no fear. Do bots have fear? No. So let's watch that one more time. I see ball, I go for the ball. Even though their whole team is there, my teammate even goes for the ball. But do I get faked? No. I just flip right through that thing and we get the goal. Alright, so let me elaborate just a little bit more. But first, you know it. Here's another demo. They just feel so good. So if you're first man, that's when you especially do not want to get faked, right? So I'm first man here. Just keep your eye on the ball and go for it. And you'll probably get a goal out of it. Sometimes they'll hit it right over you, and at least you're forcing the ball to your teammates. Okay, so here's another situation where I could have easily been faked, easily gotten scared, but instead I just kept my eye on the ball and took the shot. Then here we have, literally on the next kickoff, you can see I don't let that blue guy, ALEYX, influence my decision making at all. I go straight for this ball. Okay, don't get faked. I wanted to show you guys, you know, it's not all about offense, obviously. You gotta know when to play defense while keeping in mind offense. So here, I could have pushed up with my team, but instead, I saw the shot incoming, so I make the turn right away, and we get the save, and it ends up actually resulting in a goal, so that was pretty neat. Alright, so let's look at it one more time. There, you know, most people would have gotten drawn in. We almost did, but that's the magic, right? We were still back. Last topic I wanted to touch on is you gotta play to your strengths. My strength is just going for that ball, knowing when to go for it. And I think that's where a lot of people can learn, is just knowing when to turn and, you know, stay attacking with your team, even on low boost. Okay, this brings me to my last point, which is know where your teammates are. So I take a slow dribble here because I see that my teammate isn't quite ready for a pass right off the bat, right? So I take one touch right here, and I look towards the center. I see that he's not here, so I go for the flip reset, and then I pass it to him. So just know where your teammates are, and everything falls into place from there. So you may wonder, like, what does that have to do with playing like a bot? Well, bots know exactly where everybody is on the pitch at all times, right? So then they make their decisions based on where people are at, where the ball's at. So let's go back to it one more time. So here, I know to take it slow, right? Because we have one teammate rotating. And I also couldn't see our other teammate, so I wanted to take a look for him, you know? Wanted to see where he was at. And sure enough, after I hit the flip reset, I could see him coming for the pass, so we just dish it right to him, and he does a good job of feeling the play out, you know? Not all third men would have gone for that, but he realizes I have control of that ball, and I'm going to do what I want with it. So I can get it over that defense and straight to him. Alright. Before we start to wrap things up, I just wanted to show you one last demo.
Got him.
Maybe two. Maybe two more demos. That pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this video. There is one more thing I would like to say, you know, just play smart. Whenever you have the lead, try to keep that lead. Play a little defensive. And whenever you're down, play a little more aggressive. Did you see that? That was one more demo I had to throw in there. Alright, that's about it. Catch y'all later.